Tried to drink it away. I tried to put one in the air. I tried to dance it away. I tried to change it with my hair. I read my credit card bill. Thought a new dress would make it better. I tried to work it away, but that just made me even sadder. I tried to keep myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I made myself dizzy. I slept it away, I sexed it away, I read it
Hi, welcome to another episode of What's Up with DJ. My name is DJ. Each week I bring you topics about current events, career development, holistic living, life hacks, and humor, stories of humor and inspiration. So be sure to subscribe, like, and comment to the show. And think about leaving a review. It helps out a lot. Your comments are encouraged and appreciated. So our guest this week, my guest this week, is Dr. Demetrius Anderson. He was born and raised in St. Louis, Minnesota. Is that right? Minnesota, Missouri. Missouri. So he was born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri, and proud to be a personal trainer, helping people to live better through exercise. As a college student, he was unsure of moving forward with his career until he visited a chiropractor who helped him with a minor back injury from working out. His chiropractor encouraged him to visit Logan Chiropractic College as he saw that his lifestyle and wellness philosophy aligned with chiropractic care. He visited the college and was thrilled. Soon after, he enrolled to be a chiropractor himself. During college, Dr. Anderson lost his father due to a heart condition and his younger sister to complications from juvenile diabetes. Dr. Anderson says, "These two things shaped my purpose to serve the community. I wanted to prevent other families from experiencing the loss that I did." So Dr. Anderson graduated from Logan College of Chiropractic in 2011. He earned his Doctor of Chiropractic, Master of Science in Sports Science and Rehabilitation. Say that 10 times fast. And a Bachelor of Science in Human Biology degrees. After graduating, Dr. Anderson has 2 chiropractic locations in Allen, Texas, and Aubrey, Texas, with a group of fellow chiropractors. Hello, sir. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing outstanding. Thank you for having me this evening.
Thank you for being on the show. So should I call you Dr. Anderson or should I call you Demetrius?
You know what? Hey, just call me Demetrius. Call me what you feel. I'm on your show. I'm really a low-key guy, so Demetrius it is.
Well, thank you, Demetrius, for being on the show. And I'd never been to a chiropractor. And, I've heard about friends who have been to a chiropractor. I've seen videos on the internet, on YouTube, people getting their back cracked, as they say, or realigned. So what does a chiropractor do? Because I would rather hear from a chiropractor himself than someone explaining it to me or me trying to figure it out myself.
Right. And I think that's a good start. What do we do? What, as a chiropractic physician, what do I do? And so what I do is I use my hands chiro. That's what the chiro in
Oh,
chiropractic stands
okay.
for. To adjust the spine and other joints in the body so that we can relieve pressure off the nervous system.
Okay.
And what that does is when you take pressure off of the nervous system, your body's able to communicate and express itself in a way that ultimately is great health. Because if there's pressure on the nervous system, the brain can't communicate with the rest of the body through the nerves because there's pressure. Think of a water hose.
Okay.
And you're trying to water your flowers, and you turn the water on at the faucet. Think of that as the brain, and the nerve is the water hose. And at the end of the water hose, the water comes out and waters the flowers. Well, the flowers are the organs and the soft tissues and the muscles of your body. And sometimes your spine can have a kink in it. And if you put a kink in your water hose, the water doesn't flow all the way. And so you can't water your flowers. And so the flowers die. And so my job as a chiropractor is to find the kinks in your body and remove that interference so the brain can communicate and your body works and functions the way it's supposed to. And therefore, you don't get any symptoms.
That sounds awesome, man, because one of the things that I try to do better is when I'm sitting, I try to, how when you was a kid, the teacher in school would tell you, to sit up straight,
Yeah.
you slunch gonna always be, not to slouch in your chair. Right. And of course, we still do that and we still, but I noticed that when I do sit up and I gotten better at it, because at 44, age 44, you begin to feel, a little bit different than you did when you felt 7 or 8 or 9.
Right.
And so, having that core and sitting upright and trying to sit in a way that I guess is conducive to being healthy. And actually when I feel I can breathe better when I am sitting in my proper posture or my back is straight.
Correct. Absolutely. So, in my practice, I recommend those type of habits all the time. And so when I perform the adjustment, we want the spine to stay aligned, right? And
what's the adjustment?
Oh, so the adjustment is a quick force with my hands to the patient's body, specifically the spine, where the bone shifts back in proper alignment. So I place a force really quickly into the body and move a bone, essentially.
Okay, perfect. That's. I mean, I've seen videos with sort of snaps or
So let me clarify some things about these videos we're watching. Everybody watching these videos.
Yeah.
The deal is, hey guys, everybody listening. So everybody likes the videos for the likes, and they put the mic up to the person's neck and makes it even louder and all these, and
really?
Yeah, oh yeah. You got the microphones right there. So everybody loves the popping noise, right? They're like, the matter is, I never use the word snap, crack, or pop in my office because a lot of people don't know what chiropractic is, and they see these videos and they're kind of anxious about it. They're kind of have anxiety and like they don't know what to expect. And so I try to calm, no pun intended, but calm their nerves down so that the adjustment can be as comfortable as possible and the patient can feel as comfortable as possible. So I try to say, hey, I'm about to adjust you. So I never use the word, I'm about to snap you. I'm about to pop you, I'm about to crack you. Right. So from this moment forward, we're going to say, I adjust.
Okay, adjust.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So when you see an adjustment happening, that's what's going on.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, well, they definitely had me sold on that. I mean, the videos are pretty intense. And so I would assume that now that you're saying that, I'm assuming now that that it's been sort of constructed to have that intense, over the top sort of thing and it may not even be your experience when you get an adjustment.
That's correct. Everybody's body responds differently. But true enough, some people do have a loud, audible pop.
Mm-hmm.
They get adjusted. Not everybody, but it is very common. And that's what chiropractic is known for. And so, yes, some people may experience a loud, audible sound like that, especially when it's near their ear, when we adjust the neck area. And that could be the result. Absolutely.
Okay. So when should someone consider seeking chiropractic help?
When they're born.
Day one.
Day one. If you have a spine in your body, you are a great chiropractic candidate. And I kind of joke, but I kind of don't joke about that, because I do treat infants and babies and children.
Wow, really?
Yeah, but we'll get to that in a moment. But
okay.
The typical person that I see is someone who's having some type of symptom in their body, where it's some stiffness or some achiness in their joints. They have pain, or even sometimes neurological issues like numbness or tingling, sharp pain running down their leg or their arm or their shoulder. And so those symptoms are what typically drive people through the door. Yep.
So what are some of the misconceptions that people have about I mean, I just named a couple that I have misconceptions. But what are some of the misconceptions about I mean, I could name several, because I have them. I'm one of the people that have them. But could you clear some of them up and put them in, I guess, into perspective?
Okay. One of the things that most people say are, once you go to a chiropractor, you always have to keep going.
I heard that before. Yes.
You heard that before, right? And I've had a mentor and a coach that taught me, when people say that, you just look at them and smile and say, isn't that great? And here's why. Here's why. Because once you perform the adjustment, we do so many things throughout the day, sitting long periods of time, standing long periods of time. Depending on your job, you may be bending and twisting and moving, and you might be in a car driving for long periods of time. So every day we have the ability to shift our body so that we need an adjustment every once in a while. And until you stop using your body, you're going to need a little tweak here and there, right?
Okay.
Think of your car. For the life of your car, you get your oil changed, you get your tires rotated, you get the brakes changed, you get regular maintenance care, right?
Yeah.
Because you drive the car, you use the car, the parts wear down every day that you get into that vehicle. And so I don't know about you, but we have an awesome vehicle. It's called the human body. It's an organic machine.
Right.
And so that organic machine has to be well maintained for the life that you're using it, right?
Yes.
So when people say, once you go to the chiropractor, you have to keep going, that makes a lot of sense, because you're going to need a little bit of tweaking here and there throughout your years. And so,
but it's not like you're going each week. It's like I got my adjustment last month, and I'm going back, another next month and next month. How often should a person to stay to and like you said about the car, like my car needs a oil change every 5,000 miles,
right?
And so are so many miles or some other thing they tell me, I can't remember off the top of my head,
but 3 months or 5,000 miles or something like that, right?
Exactly. So what would be the mileage that you would need to say, for lack of a better word, before you see your next visit to your chiropractor?
Right. And so in my office, my philosophy is at least once a month.
Okay, once a month is good. Okay.
Once a month for maintenance care. Now, if you have what we call an acute situation where you're in pain and it's right here, right now, and you're experiencing that pain on a frequent basis, then I might see you every week. I might see you 2-3 times a week until we take care of the problem.
Ah, gotcha.
Once the problem is resolved and we're starting to get you better, then I'm going to start to wean you away from me. Then you may go, every other week. And then you may go down to once a month. And then you may go down to, whenever you feel that you need, you just feel out of whack. That could be 2 or 3 months down the road. But I'm in the camp where we talk about being proactive versus being reactive.
Okay.
I want people to be healthy and maintain health and wellness by getting ahead of any symptoms that they may experience. I want a person to stay healthy and well without waiting for something to go wrong and then seeking treatment.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
So, yeah, it does. It sort of sounds like, especially with holistic living, or if you're, unfortunately, some people seek other methods of treatment outside of medicine when all else has failed. And then when maybe they should have seeked those treatments and had them sort of repetitiously all along, they would have been beneficial. A lot of times when you seek, Eastern kind of healing, is something that you have to be already sort of a part of and be already a part of your routine for them to really respond to what are the issues. You probably wouldn't even have those issues if you was already a part of those, doing those routines. And it's not like chiropractic care is also far in line with that it's not just about, the last result. It's not always, I think it sounds like what you're, if you following what I'm saying.
Right, and I'm following. And a lot of people do have that mindset that we're the last resort, right? They've tried everything else. Medicine has failed them, different other methods. And instead of us sometimes being the last resort, we should probably be the first choice in a lot of instances. Now, I know chiropractic and I know my limitations. And I'm a realist. And chiropractic can't help everything. And I'm not going to sit here and say it can. If someone has, is battling cancer, chiropractic is not going to heal or cure that cancer, right? But what chiropractic can do is it can be a part of that patient's, we can be a part of that patient's providers so that we can at least help them move and function a little bit better, because as they go through the treatment for cancer, it has side effects, and those side effects can be aches and pains, muscle.
Does adjustments, does it cause you to be more flexible?
Correct.
Okay.
The adjustment will help you to be more flexible, have better range of motion, simply be able to move better. And that's a lot of our problem this day and age, is we don't move. We're sedentary. We're sitting all the time.
Yeah.
And so chiropractic is an answer for those simple questions. How can I be healthier? How can I move better? How can I feel better internally? How can we get to the source of the problem versus chasing the symptoms?
Yeah.
That's what we are in right now. They call it healthcare, but it's really sick care.
Sick care. Yeah.
And so, temporary band-aids and not getting to the root of the issue is where we find ourselves, and that's causing a lot of problems.
So I did say in your intro, in your bio, that some of the reasons behind you looking into becoming a chiropractor. What was some of the? I did discuss some, but could you go into a little about your experience and how your sort of road to chiropractic, becoming a chiropractor?
Absolutely. So one of the things that I was doing before I was a chiropractor was I was a personal trainer, but even before then, I thought, as far as my route to where I am now, didn't start out that way. I thought I was going to be a computer science major and do programming. I love video games. I thought I was going to make video games for a living, but I decided not to go that route. And so I was trying to find myself and trying to understand my purpose in life. And then so I stopped going to college for a little bit until I figured that out. I joined the military. In the meantime, I joined the Marines, and so I was in the
Oh
Marines.
yeah, hoorah!
Yeah, yeah, super fine, all that good stuff. So
Yeah.
I was in the Corps for a little bit, and then I became a personal trainer. The Corps taught me, about physical fitness and getting in shape and discipline. So
Hmm.
then that translated to my career as a personal trainer, which was awesome. I spent 10 years getting people in shape, getting healthy. But when I was training them, what happened was they were coming in with a lot of knee pain and back pain. We couldn't do a lot of exercises, or I would have to alter them a little bit. And I'm trying to understand where is all this coming from, and how can we help people uh, be able to move and be able to at least do good, great workouts without having, joint problems.
Yeah.
And so fast forward to chiropractic college, I wound up getting into chiropractic college. And while I was there, um, I had two deaths in my family. One was first my father. He passed away from some heart complications and whatnot. He wasn't the healthiest person in the world. He was a smoker. He drank and did a lot of different things.
Hmm.
And so, that kind of, hit me while I was in school. And then after that, my, at the time, 20-year-old sister passed away.
Mm.
And she passed away from complications from diabetes. And
Wow.
so when I looked at those moments in my life, I look at it and say, how can we help people achieve a better state of health um, naturally, and being proactive and trying to get things in order before it's too late. And so,
Right.
but I also didn't want to go down the medical path, which I easily could have went to medical school, but I wanted to treat people more holistically and naturally
Hmm.
versus through a lot of pharmaceuticals. And there's nothing wrong with pharmaceuticals.
Right.
We definitely need those pharmaceuticals, and that's one of the things that we need to have when we need those. But we definitely want to make sure that that's the last thing we have to go to, right?
So
If
then
at
the
all possible.
first solution,
Right,
could use the
right,
first thing, you go to the doctor, there's a problem, then the first thing, they want to put you on is medication.
exactly, exactly. Again, nothing wrong with my medical colleagues. They're great. They're great. Sometimes they have an issue with us, but I don't know why. But if they need that, then great, go for it.
Mm,
If they need
mm,
that to save their life, absolutely. If
mm,
something I can't help you with, I will gladly refer you out to someone who can. So
mm.
we want to make sure that we do those things and we got the patient down the right path. And
Right.
it's all about them. It's all about them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so I did want to talk about, you did go into about, your history and how your experiences shaped sort of your path, and I'm quite sure, as you have stories to tell about people that you have helped and have benefit greatly from your chiropractic experience and care. Do you have that stories like that, like stories where people have come in and maybe were at their last result, but still you were able to help them seek some kind of relief?
Yeah, absolutely. I see all walks of life, all ages, and there have been many miracles that have happened in our offices. And let's start, with the beginning of life.
Mm.
Children, and they come out the birth canal and pregnancy. I don't know if you've ever seen a birth before or experienced that, but um, the experience of watching that happen is awesome, but it's very traumatic. And so for both
Mm.
mom and baby. And so there's a pulling of the head and neck to get the baby out that can cause some issues from the very beginning of life.
Mm-hmm.
And babies experience a condition of digestion issues and gas in their tummies called colic. And um,
Yeah.
they have issues with bowel movements. And so moms come in to me to help their babies with those issues. And once I am able to adjust the baby, they're able to have a bowel movement. and
Oh,
they're able
wow.
to release all that gas and not be so agitated and crabby and crying all the time. They just needed a great release, and we've been able to do that, and help them with nursing and latching on to the mother for milk sustenance, right?
Right.
So those are the great things we've seen in chiropractic, and I've personally been able to help families with. Um, you know, there was one gentleman the other day. He worked for UPS, and he's literally said, "Doc, you saved my career."
Wow.
Those drivers, they're driving and lifting those packages day in and day out for years,
Hmm.
and his back was killing him. And he started getting adjusted. He's been with me for like almost 2 years now. He comes in every
Hmm.
week. Every week he comes in here. He hops off his truck, comes into the office, gets adjusted, and he's back on the road. And he's hands down said, "Doc, you've literally saved my career and ultimately probably saved my life."
Hmm.
And so those are the type of stories that motivate me, inspire me, and I share those because we want to give people hope,
Right.
hope that they can get health care where we're making a difference in someone's life.
Mm.
And it's amazing. It's amazing, man. I'm telling you. I've treated 90-year-olds moving and grooving well, like they're
Wow.
50, you know, keeping their body in motion, keeping them functional, keeping them independent. That's what they
Mm.
want. They want independence.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
through chiropractic care, we were able to give them that. And
Hmm.
that is fantastic. And that's why I do what I do.
Yeah, and the thing about you said about healthcare, if let's say I did want to seek, instead of me taking that medication and or whatever the doctor usually prescribes his patient, I say this time I want to take a different route. I want to seek a chiropractic. Well, is he going a chiropractor? Is there going to be a problem with my health care if he's going to say that's outside of your plan? um how do how um how does healthcare providers, um how do they view seeking a chiropractor? For years, I've used medicinal herbs because they are a great way to flush your kidneys and gallbladder, strengthen your immune system, de-stress your heart, and increase proper blood flow. Medicine Man Plant Co. is a Texas-based company that believes in using state-of-the-art best practices enforced by the FDA to ensure the best quality of herbs. Their herbs are blended from the world's best ancient plants and mushrooms, proven effective across thousands of years. Medicine Man Plant Co. uses modern science to powder and compress easy to swallow herbal capsules. They are powerful quality herbs that help you stay healthy. Try their Stone Breaker Pill if you want to flush your kidneys and gallbladder. The Blood Pressure Pill will help promote proper blood flow and circulation and also addresses high blood pressure. The Uric Acid Pill will keep your joints and extremities clean and pain-free. So go to www.medicinemanplantco.com to begin receiving herbal medicine like the liver pill, which will power up and protect your liver and detoxify your body, or even the immune pill that'll defend your body and support and strengthen both your innate and active immune systems. Again, that's www.medicinemanplantco.com.
That's a great question. I've had the full gamut of responses to their patient coming to see me.
Mm-hmm.
From they're very cooperative and they believe in chiropractic and they know that we can do things that they cannot do. And they oftentimes say, absolutely, try chiropractic care. Some medical doctors will refer their patients to come see me. Then we have the other end of the spectrum, though, the ones that don't believe in chiropractic care, the ones that think that chiropractic care is quackery, or
Mm-hmm.
that we're not real doctors, or um, we couldn't possibly help their patient because we're not prescribing uh, pharmaceuticals to them.
Mm-hmm.
And so, um, and it really stemmed from back when it began back in 1895 when chiropractic was was developed, and ever since back then, you've had those type of conversations with other healthcare providers, particularly on the medical side,
Mm-hmm.
where there is some type of friction.
Mm-hmm.
But things are getting better.
Mm-hmm.
Chiropractic is a well-known treatment, and the results speak for themselves. The research is out there for it, and that we really do affect change where others could not get the results. And
Mm-hmm.
so, I personally try to be the patient's advocate, and have them in their best interest. And if they can't get healthy through me, I am more than happy to refer to any other doctor, any other provider that can help them, because it's not about me, it's about them.
Yeah.
And so that's where we need to be. It's not about ego. It's not about, oh, well, you can't do this and you can't do that, and these things. Why are we
Mm-hmm.
talking about that? We should be talking about what's going to get the person better and have their best interests at heart. That's what you became a doctor for, right?
Right.
And that's it. So I am all about it. I'm all about reciprocation. I'm all about referrals, and I welcome any referrals from my medical doctor friends. And so I hope that the relationships get better. They've come a long way, but there's
Mm-hmm.
room for improvement.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're located in Chicago, am I right? Your practice?
So in the bio, it says after graduating, I started practicing in Chicago, and that's true. So in 2011, I graduated chiropractic school, and then I moved to Chicago for 3 years. And I was an associate doctor underneath two amazing doctors in Chicago. And so once I was done with the 3 years that I, signed on for, I was able to learn what I need to learn outside of just schoolwork, learn how to practice, learn how to be with people, learn how to run a business and run a successful practice. Once I was educated on that piece, I moved to Dallas, where I am now.
Okay.
And so I'm in the north suburbs of Dallas, particularly in the city of Allen, and I also have a location in the city of Aubrey.
Oh, perfect. So if there's someone listening to this podcast who may not be in the local area, how can they benefit from you not being a local of that area?
Find their local chiropractor. Find a doctor that they can go see in their town, their city, their county, whatever the place may be. There's a chiropractor. We're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You can go through your health insurance portal to find us. You can go through the internet. Social media is huge. I get referrals from Google all the time.
Wow. Okay.
The doctor of chiropractic near me.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and then, the web has a social media.
Mm-hmm.
The best way is probably word of mouth. Someone who's been to a chiropractor and they trust that doctor, and then that person needs help. And that person will say, hey, I know you've been going to a chiropractor. What's his name? What's his or her name? And then they go to that person for health. And so that's where we want to be. So if you're not in the Dallas DFW area, that's okay. Just find your local chiropractor in your state, in your city, in your town, and start the journey to good health.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I'm glad that you have that mentality of, if you can't see me, then definitely there are others out there that you can benefit from chiropractic care. And so I like that attitude. I just wanted to see, were there any other classes or workshops that you were part of, or is anything where people could possibly, or there may be things in the future that could possibly happen where people could somehow interact with you to get some kind of help that may not be hands-on, but something that they could benefit from just being able to communicate or get assistance from you?
Right. And so I'm going to start doing some YouTube videos, and definitely going to get myself out there doing some talks. Like I said, doing some blurbs on social media. I think that's the best way to get out to a mass of people, helping them understand, chiropractic and more about it. And so my platform is going to spread across, the Instagrams, the Twitters of the world, the Facebook. I do articles, write up articles every once in a while. And so you can definitely find me. The first thing you can do is, reach out to us, through cornerstonechiropractictx.com. That's our website. And there's a plethora of information there. And you can actually contact me through that website. We also have Instagram, Twitter accounts. Just look up Cornerstone Chiropractic Allen and you'll find us. And
Okay.
that way, if you need to have a conversation, I'm definitely available. I'm not hiding anywhere. I'm ready. I love people. There's no stranger. I've never met a stranger. I love calling people. Haven't met them before ever. I just love people. So hey, I'm wide open. I'm ready.
Oh, cool. Well, I would definitely have those links in the show description so people can definitely, when they want to have a question for you maybe you can help them, direct them in the right direction.
Yeah.
And so that definitely could be a valuable resources if you're not even local. Of course, if you're local, then definitely reach out. But if you're not, then you still have someone who guide you in the right direction.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Is there anything else you wanted to say before we go?
No, I mean, I think we touched on a lot of good topics, a lot of the major concerns and challenges and questions that people have about chiropractic care. I just say just get to the source. If you have a question, don't look at the YouTube videos. I mean, they're all right. I mean, they're cool. But if you want to get the real deal, the real story behind chiropractic, the what it is, what it isn't, how can it help me? How can it benefit my life? Go to your chiropractor and ask the questions.
Right.
Have
Exactly.
an initial consultation, sit down, have a discussion, and just get the education and the knowledge about it. Don't do the he said, she said, the hearsay stuff. Get to the source. Ask your chiropractor about it.
Yeah, we definitely need more videos from you. I mean, I think having videos from you explaining those things without all the fluff and puff would be very valuable. So to hear it from you, and I have to say, we don't see that many African American chiropractors. So having someone out there, of your hue, having those conversations and putting that out there would be very helpful as well.
Absolutely. The African American community is one of those that we have to really tap into, especially the males, because one, we're always one to say, oh, we're okay, we're good, there's nothing wrong with me. They never get checked, they don't like going to the doctor. That stigma is out there. So it's a huge benefit for me being a Black male chiropractor to try to change that change that mentality,
right,
and help people understand that it is for you. You do need to be proactive in your health. We have to stay well and stop these these circles where we're dying early of all these different preventative diseases. A lot of these things are preventable.
Yeah.
And so we just need the education on it and see, like, huge people to give us that information. And I think that's where we're going to start to change that whole scenario. So
yeah,
absolutely.
I definitely believe that. I definitely believe that you're here for a reason, and one of those reasons is to usher in, I think, a whole new era. And it's like the conversations I've been having lately, like everyone that's been on has been saying the same thing. It's going to be a shift, and I just think that it's great to have the conversation with people that are going to be a part of that shift. And I'm thinking about that, so to me, I think that's golden, that you're saying, hey, I know that I'm doing something different, and I know that because I'm here, it's going to change people's perspectives and how people think about, healthcare, about getting better, about solutions in terms of health. So that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm all about it. I'm here for it. Like I said, if people can reach out to me anytime, if you're local, or we have 2 offices, 2 locations, one in Allen, Texas, one in Aubrey, Texas. The telephone number is 214-383-9170. The website is cornerstonechiropractictx.com. And, my door is open. I'm ready to rock it out. And you say a great thing, make a shift in the communities, make a shift in the world. And that's what it is all about. It's not about me. It's about others, and it's about giving and being grateful and having a heart of gratitude about what my purpose is in life.
Exactly. I mean, that's the definition of service, man. It really is.
Absolutely.
It's happening.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm glad that you guys tuned in to this episode. It's a great conversation. I'll leave all the links that were mentioned in the show description, so you can get a hold of Dr. Anderson. And if you have any questions for me, you can contact me at dj@djcareercoach.com. And thank you for being a listener. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, follow, and of course, go ahead and leave a review. All right, take care until next time. Bye.
I push them away.